What it do, everybody? What's goody? The mobs here, the squads here. You already know. This is the Full 94 podcast, man. This is the first official episode of Full 94. Now, if you knew us as Hard in the Paint, then you know we was rocking like that. But now we're the Full 94 podcast. We went through a quick, name change real quick. And we had to get some new people on, you know what I'm saying? I got my home girl, C in the building. What up, C?
What's going on? Good morning, everyone. Excuse the voice, but we're gonna make it work.
Man, she went to our concert last night and didn't tell your boy. She's like, yo, I'm just gonna go.
My girlfriend got it for a surprise, man. Surprise. Surprise date night. Like, I love Sue, so she surprised me to a concert.
I mean, look, surprise date nights are awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm all waited on for. You already know. Anyway, yo, so we're gonna break down the show real quick. So just let you know what you're in for. So, man, so we got C. She got the inside with the WNBA. Now everybody know Connie Westside is the WNBA guy, but C is trying to push me towards that way. So we're gonna make sure that we give C the love. You know what I mean? We're gonna let her do her little thing over there. And then you know me, I'm always gonna be with the college hoops. Anything going on in the world of high school, college, you know what I'm saying? I'm always following the new kids, man. What's the new track? What's the new wave of basketball? And then Miles, he's just the expert knowledge guy when it comes down to the NBA itself. I mean, I'm talking about history. I'm talking about what's going on now. I'm talking about what he's expecting. You know what I'm saying? The inside guy for a lot of stuff, man. But see, tell me what's going on, man. What's going on in your world, dog?
Well, I'm just, I'm going to the Celtics game next week, so hopefully you can see me, guys. I'm pretty, I got some good seats. I'm just working on some more great interviews. So if you want to come share your journey with me, let me know. Sports Talk with C on all platforms. And I'm just living my dream. That's all I'm doing, living and chasing my dream.
Hey man, aren't we all? Because I can tell you what. I told C as soon as we got into it, I was like, look, man, the goal is for all of us to make that change and make that money, make that moolah. We have a set goal, but when we hit that goal, you know what I'm saying, C gonna eat. You know what I'm saying, we gonna eat. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's right. We're gonna get to this bag together.
Yes, you know what I'm saying, because when you got your brothers and sisters around, you know what I'm saying? You can do a little bit more, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're waiting for Miles to come in. Miles is going to come in a little bit late, but we're going to start it off, man. So the big talk right now is Ben Simmons and the whole entire contract dispute, and not even the contract dispute. He just wants to leave. And, I've been saying this, see, I've been telling people that's close to me, like before all this even happened, like Ben needs to go. He doesn't need to be there. He doesn't fit. It's not his fit. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he's a little crybaby, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in his head, so I'll be fair. I don't know what's going on with his situation. So I mean, I just need him to go on somewhere, like move to go play for China or something. I don't know, or go back to. I don't know.
You want me to give a perfect example? All right. So remember when the Celtics lost? It was up that big win against Chicago Bulls, and they came back and lost. And Marcus Smart went in on them.
Yeah,
he went in on them behind closed doors. He didn't go in on his teammates in public.
Wow.
That's what I feel is the big problem. Even when I watched Kevin Durant and Draymond Green's interview, what was the problem? We didn't speak to each other. They spoke to everybody before speaking to each other. So really, how could you come back from that? Let him go. Let him go.
And I dig that. Like you want to push him away. You want him to, because right now he's more of a cancer, and you got a championship squad right now, like a championship contending squad right now, and you want to try to get over that hump. But in order for you to get over that hump, you need to go ahead and trim some of the fat off, man. That fat needs to go quickly.
He needs to go. He doesn't. Some people don't fit in the style of play that, especially with Doc. He's not changing the way he coaches, the way he plays, the way he wants to run the court. He's not going to change any of that.
No, he's not.
Ben doesn't fit there. Let him go. Like, I get it. You don't want to just let him go. But it's like, is it really helping you or is it hurting you? Like, yeah, they're playing some good basketball. What do they
Right.
like? Have 5 straight wins right now, but in the long run, gritty time, playoff time,
Mm-hmm.
is all this gonna come forward with you?
And you know, I wanted to ask you, like, what is the best case scenario for Ben right now? Like, how should we approach this whole entire situation? What's next for these, for him?
He wants to leave. Sit down, gather the teams that you guys have offers from,
Mm-hmm.
see what's the best options for, the Sixers organization, because ultimately that's what they're thinking about anyway. And just let him go. Like, let him go. Let him go to a team where he wants to go,
Mm-hmm.
or a team where he can try to fit in. He's not going to be no perimeter shooter that Doc wants him to be, ever. And Ben doesn't look.
He's like he's a 7 foot point guard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's the point guard that, because last year, what they had, I forget, it was the beginning of the season, and they pissed me off because they beat the Lakers, but it was a great game. Like, Tobias Harris shot the buzzer beater. It was a buzzer beating game. And their chemistry, everyone looked happy. I was like, ooh, the Sixers might come out the East this year. Boy, was I wrong. But the damage is done. There's no fixing it now. They want to, like, it's on both parties. I'm not going to sit here and say the organization. Then the media sometimes is a bad thing when you're trying to work out a team issue. Good morning.
Good morning, nigga. Yeah, so
would you want to talk to? Say if I went on live, right? And I was like, oh, that boy Westside, I can't stand him. He don't cut to the basket for me. He don't give me like.
I'm going to cut to the basket. I don't give no.
But you get what. And then I want to be like, my brother, come on, can we figure this out? I'm going to be like, no. Like, you said what you wanted to. The world knows how you felt about me before I knew how you felt about me.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and talk about Ben Simmons, man. You know what I'm saying? Like him not getting traded right now and all this other stuff. But like, what would be like the best fit for him? Like the best team fit for him? Where should he go? Like
honest,
seriously, like honest like NBA team. Let's give him an NBA shot. I know we want to go ahead and say China, and
I would love for Ben to come to the Lakers. I'm gonna be honest. I've said that, not even because I love LeBron James, but it's a style of play. A lot of people say, "Oh no, they can just don't fit." Look at Kyle Kuz on with the Wizards. He looks happy playing basketball. He didn't look happy playing basketball with the Lakers. He wasn't consistent with the Lakers. But back to Ben, I feel as though you come to Lakers, get your mind right, talk to the king, you know what I'm saying?
He said talk to the king.
And just be around a bunch of vets that been through teams that they didn't like, situations they didn't like, leaving a team and being all over the media like LeBron. Not only will he learn to be a better basketball player, but I just think a better person.
You know where I think he should go?
Where?
I think he should go. I think he should either go to Orlando or the Suns. Here's the reason.
Ooh, I like the Suns.
Okay, so the Suns, you go there, we get Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? He'll get under Chris Paul. Chris Paul actually teach him something. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that LeBron won't teach him anything, because I think LeBron has the mental capacity and he has the knowledge to, put him in a position for him to succeed. But also LeBron is, kind of chasing another ring at this point because
he's teaching Westbrook right now. So
he's teaching Westbrook, and it's looking like Westbrook need to go to another team anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna let Miles touch on that when he comes. But it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me that what I'm saying, you can't shoot on perimeter. You're scared to have that dog instinct about you or whatever, right? But a person that can pull that out of you will be a Chris Paul because he pulls the dog out of a lot of people. Or you can go to Orlando. Go to Orlando, keep yourself low key, you know what I'm saying? Work on yourself. Because Orlando is a place where you go work on yourself. You go to Florida, come to Florida. Come to Florida. You get some love because we just want to see all Florida people want to do is see a tall person walk past them. That's all. They're like, oh my God, Florida. Yeah. I mean, come to Orlando, you know what I'm saying? Central Florida, that's where I'm from. Come to Central Florida, you know what I'm saying? We chill. And we will be, they'll like you. I mean, I would say come to New York, but I don't want you to take my team. We doing some good right now. We special right now. We in the all right place. We in the sweet spot. All right. So, a few things. Let's go ahead and kind of wrap this guy up.
Wait, before we wrap him up, I have a question for you about Ben.
Okay, go.
Okay, so do you think that the team that he goes to has to be with a vet leader?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Definitely. I mean, with you need a vet. That's why I said you either go to the Suns or you go to Orlando. Because if you go to somewhere where like you get like a semi vet leader or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, who's this?
Oh, Miles is in the building.
Oh my God, no!
What's happening?
Pandemonium.
Boy, look, I'm trying to tell you. Look, I got to provide for this family. But the full 94 here. What's good, man? How y'all feeling this morning?
Man, we good, man. We're wrapping up Ben, man. You got any last points for Ben before we?
I don't have a voice, but I'm great.
I love it. Ben, I mean, I'm afraid of what you guys have said already, but for me, man, Ben this thing is crazy, dude. Like just how this whole thing is wrapping up and how it's playing out. Finding somebody. First off, I mean, I knew these guys were getting money, but $360,000 a game,
bruh.
So that wasn't just a fine. That was his salary for the game.
But wait, I have a question on that. So. But remember how last week they came out and was like, oh, he got to get his mind right. It's okay.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden it's different.
Okay, so last week you were talking about his mental state, or or 2 weeks ago when the season started, he was like, I'm not in a mental capacity to be. Okay, cool. We respect it. Get your things together. Now, apparently he's not cooperating with the team doctors. So now no evaluations. I don't got this. I don't got that. So let us evaluate you. See if we can put you on the court, right? And he's like, no, I'm straight. He's not cooperating with him. So I said, cool, you gonna miss the game Thursday? 360, homie. So let's really talk. Right? You wanna miss the game?
360,
let me get that 360 up out you. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm not gonna pay you that money if you're voluntarily not being here. And that's where the Philadelphia is right now, organization and management. Is like, look, we know what we can do with you. And they're still top 3 in the East right now after like 7-8 games without him. They're playing well together. Right, but I mean, Ben would be an asset to any team as a point forward. I've called him this since the day he started in the NBA, a baby Bron. Like you have
come to the Lakers.
You must the conversation me and her had first. We weren't even thinking about baby Bron. We're like, yo, bro.
I just said bring him to the Lakers with the king.
Okay. Put it like this.
I said the Suns or Orlando.
I like both. I like all 3 of those. But if I'm thinking about, let's say he would come to the Lakers, right? Mm-hmm. You ride out LeBron's legacy. He's probably going to play 4 more years. He'll let Bronny play 1 more year. I mean, 1 year in the NBA, so he can say I was in the NBA
with my son. Yep, and then he's done.
And then Ben is like, if Ben is baby Bron, he takes over where Bron left off. I'm not mad at that, but we don't have the pieces to even get him or even have the conversation. So if I'm talking about Ben, I said this early on the Huddle Up, probably a couple weeks ago. If I'm looking to get rid of him, right, or if I'm looking to make him happy, I'll just trade Joel Embiid. Let that sink in.
Really?
Because if I'm looking to make, I've created a team around Ben Simmons.
Yes,
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid don't work together for chemistry wise, the way they play basketball, because he's down there, so he won't get JT. Look, this is the thing. So I'm like, if I want to make him happy and bring him back to the team, the issue he has is with Joel and Coach and Doc, right? So clear the air with Doc. I trail Joel Embiid for a bevy of pieces, and Ben Simmons is still my point forward. Maybe you put somebody there who can bring the ball up, and put Ben Simmons at the 4, who can play back to the basket, who can play.
That's where he's his best
around the goal. Yeah, and you think about he's still a great passer. He still can benefit from being good on that team.
I don't honestly think he's a 4 though. You know what I mean? I don't honestly think he's a 4. Like
he's 6'10", 240.
Yeah, but like
solid.
He has the body for it. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, does he have the game for? I mean, I don't know.
But this is the thing.
Does he have the post game to me?
I think his post game isn't Joel Embiid, but he has a post game, and that's how he scores. He scores on fast breaks and close.
That's his game. Like
that's his game because he's not shooting. Now
he's not a perimeter shooter to me.
I tell you this: if I see another video of him shooting at Lifetime in the summer and shooting threes, I'm a throw my phone, bro. Don't show me videos of you shooting threes if you're not gonna shoot them in the game, bro. I don't want to see it.
Lifetime. If you want to, kind of like, shoot us some money for 44, that way we can cover that. We'll
come through. We'll come through. But if I see Ben Simmons in LA at Lifetime, I'm telling you, I'm gonna throw something because I'm sick of him showing something he's not gonna do on the court.
Do you think he should just suck it up and play until he gets what he wants?
You have to. If you were willing to, if you look at the end of the day, and I love this because Uncle Shay say this all the time. Y'all missing is the Raptors. The Raptors are cold right now, JT.
Yes, they are, JT.
I'm not mad at it at all.
That rookie, I forgot his name, but I can't.
Scotty Barnes.
Yes, I cannot wait to see him on Wednesday.
Definitely
against Boston.
Oh, you going to the game?
Yes, sir. That's gonna be a good one.
That's what I like to hear.
Where did Scotty Barnes come from? Because, like, to me, he came out of nowhere.
It's when you get your opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think he came out. He was solid in college, but he just got the opportunity and he started. So it's like, let me put you out there and figure this thing out. So you think about Cade Cunningham. He's coming along. First game was kind of somewhat of like a dud, but at the same time, last night he was giving the Nets buckets. Like, so it's buckets. It's one of them things. Like, you just got to get your stride right. He's only played like 3 or 4 games now. So I think when you're able to put him out there, man. But like we talked about on the Huddle Up, Jalen Green, absolutely killing it right now.
Jalen Green.
He's playing with that chip. I should have been number 1.
Y'all see my son out there. My son balling.
Watch out, man.
He's out my eye. Like, keep balling. Yeah, my fantasy basketball team.
Yeah, that's a big out here. Yeah,
Scotty's a smaller Ben.
I messed that. We good, and that's the thing. When you look at what Ben brings to the table, all defensive player. I think he was top 5 in voting last year for defensive player of the year. The man knows what he's doing and has played inside himself. Now, what has happened inside the Philadelphia organization? That's a different story. Because if the focus was for him to shoot, right, then why isn't he shooting? Because somebody in the organization or the coaching staff or the training staff or the developmental team, assistant coaches, nobody's like, Ben, you got to shoot the ball. Ben, shoot the ball. Because he's still not doing it. So the fact that what that says to me is that the organization is like, Ben, just be you. You know that you're good on the court. You know, the 16, 10, and 5 is what we want from you and your defense, right? Because he's not out there forcing up shots. He ain't shooting them.
No, he's not.
The past couple of years, what is he? I mean, he's not getting out there popping threes or popping jumpers. So nobody's.
That's not him. So why would you want him? I don't know. I just feels like I was saying to West Side earlier.
You're the second person to call me West Coast. So I'm like, you know what? I might have to switch it up to West Coast for a little bit.
But you're from Florida, so
I'm from Florida.
Don't claim my coast if you're not from there.
I'm actually from the West Coast, though, bro. People don't understand that. Like, I was born in the West.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, you rep Florida too much, so you can't.
I don't know you
can't
anymore.
do that,
bro. I'm from Tacoma, Washington, man. So by way of the Bay Area, you feel me? Go ahead, shout out.
Yeah, that's where my mom thinks she's from.
What?
The Bay Area.
You already know.
Because she lived there for 10 years, so she goes to the Bay. No, you're from Rhode Island.
You're from Rhode Island
now. That's the thing. I'm a Florida kid now. You know, I wasn't there for like my prime years. It was just like, hey.
But do you think that, like, if Ben gets back to the way that he's playing and not what everyone wants him to do, that shooting will come after?
Okay, this is how I look at it. What are we looking at in terms of? Okay, think back to the last year in the playoffs. What is everybody pissed about? The one play nobody wants to forget. He's under the goal, has an open layup. Trae Young is right there, and he passes out to Thibault. He passes it to Thibault. Like, So what? He's okay. Should he have taken the shot?
Yes.
Yes, he should have taken the shot. But your team lost. And it ain't on Ben's shoulders.
That's why I don't think it's going to change anything. If he
works
on something, it doesn't change anything about him, bro.
He's not shoot. Look, he needs to
not
be exactly who he is.
I said that he's not a shooter.
He needs to be who he is. When you think about Kobe, when you think about Bron, Kobe was a shooter. When he stopped, a scorer. When his athleticism started to dwindle, he started going back to the basket. Let me start hitting fadeaways. Let me get smarter about scoring. LeBron's doing the same thing. He's not in there banging with folks. He shoots threes. I mean, did he get better at it? Yes.
On a good night, he'll put a banger up.
You know what I mean?
On the knees right.
And you're like, dang, he still got it. Like that's what he's loving it. That's what he's loving about the way he's playing the game.
Right.
Ben Simmons does not have to be a shooter to be successful. He is a multi all-star, all defensive, all first team defense. Like he has seen success. But if we're gonna try to blame Ben Simmons for the loss to the Atlanta Hawks, they were hot and they got hot at the right time, and y'all didn't beat them, and y'all should have beat them. Y'all number one in the Eastern Conference.
You definitely should have beat the Hawks. You know
what I mean?
They gave the whole city of Atlanta hope.
And that's what it is. When they lost to the Hawks is when everybody turned on Ben.
Yeah.
And that one play, you should have shot the ball. You shouldn't have. First off, what about the process over here that just started?
Or the defense they was playing in the series.
What are we talking about? Look, if I'm the Philadelphia organization, I'm trading Joel Embiid. I'm getting a bevy of pieces back, and Ben Simmons is going to be the star of this team.
Embiid, man.
Seth Curry,
I don't like him, so
I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I don't need you. I would pick Ben over Joel any day. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. I would. I'm not a Joel. He's nice at what he does. He's a great big, but
And that's how I look at it. I think Ben Simmons can be successful wherever he's going to go. But I think at the beginning you have to be professional about what you signed up for. Not playing basketball is your job. Mm-hmm. This is how you make money. This is how you support your family. This is how you create your legacy. You've worked too hard and put in too many hours to be sitting on the sideline knowing you can play. Right? We don't know his mental state, so I won't speak to where he is mentally. But if you have the ability to play and be on the court, get on the court.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at.
All right, so
he's stuck with the Kardashian curse.
All right, so let's go ahead and pivot a little bit, man. So
what's going on?
So we got to do second segment that you put in there, man. So I want to go ahead and let you introduce
Let's talk about it.
All right. So let's talk conference.
Okay.
Let's talk conferences, and you know what I'm saying,
let's make sure we talk about conferences, but I also want to make sure that everybody watching now and later on, first, thank you. If you've tuned in, JT, we appreciate you, brother. If you're tuned in now, thank you. You tune in later, thank you too. I want everybody to know I'm a Lakers fan. If you can't tell, I'll probably have a jersey on next episode. Connie is a New York Knicks fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why, baby?
C, if I am correct, you're a LeBron fan. Okay, so this is what I respect about C, because she has not come on here and been like, I'm a Cavs fan, I'm a Heat fan, I'm a Lakers. I am a LeBron fan. This is where Rick needs to take notes. Take notes, Rick. If you're watching this, come back. Take notes. She is a LeBron fan. So wherever LeBron is, that's
where I am.
For. Mm-hmm. So right now, she's a Lakers fan. God bless you.
She's
you know what I mean? Welcome to the squad. I'll let you on that bandwagon. I'll let you.
So what you gonna do when Brian leaves? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have other players.
No.
So you're a player.
Hey, hold on.
I like that.
You ain't gonna sit here and have you a gabble of players.
Why not?
I think she is. I think
yes.
She,
listen,
okay.
I'm not gonna be a bandwagon.
You can't have a side chick player, bro. We don't do that here.
Listen, my second favorite player is Chris Paul. Look what happened last year.
Phoenix.
The day they lost, I had a Steve Nash jersey on.
I like that.
I ain't gonna knock their game. If I like you, I like you. But LeBron's number one.
Real talk. At least you're not Rick Sincere. Rick Sincere is the Brittany Renner of sports teams.
That's a fact.
He is Brittany Renner. Hey, bro! If you look that up,
shout out to Rick.
Hey, shout out to Big Bro. All right. So, being that my Knicks are right now, I want to say I don't know if I didn't check the scores from last night because I was tired. But
You guys won.
Okay, so right now we're currently 6-2. I know 6-3. We're currently 6-3, so we're looking better than we was when we first started.
You guys are solid, and D Rose is doing his thing right now.
Well, you know,
it just
nostalgia.
Chicago D Rose.
Guys, don't jinx it. Let it happen. Let it happen.
Julius is playing well. RJ is playing well.
But here's the thing.
Rose is playing well. Y'all got some pieces,
scared.
Man.
I'm so scared, bro. Like,
wow.
I love Kemba over there. Just saying.
Kemba, yes,
bro. I'm so scared because like someone's gonna trade somebody, bro, and it always happens. It always happens. We always trade our best player when he starts to get hot or when he starts to look good.
You're afraid of the Knicks being the Knicks.
I don't want the Knicks to be the Knicks.
That's what you're
always nick something up. Stop nicking everything up. Stop being re-nickers.
That's what, bro. I
Y'all
feel
being nickers right now, bro.
I feel it, man. And I think the issue is that you got to ride the wave. And I think right now they're going to ride the wave. They had some success. They made the playoffs last year. I mean, at that point, you just ran in the ice tray, and that's what it is. The Hawks got hot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are solid. You're a playoff team. You guys showed that last year.
And I think took what they learned.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Julius, I can say.
Yeah.
Took what he learned and
Julius,
worked on that
he
game.
That boy choked last year in the playoffs. But it is what it is. Ice Tray was in his bag, and he had the Hawks looking very good. Obviously, hence the Eastern Conference Finals. I was in there for Game 6. And when they beat the Bucks, when the Bucks beat them, I was hurt. Watching Trae Young play, he was probably like 60%, 65. He wasn't shooting, he just wasn't himself. And it was hard to watch that. I'm like, man, they could have been in the finals. I mean, them last couple of games, Giannis wasn't playing
at all. And I thought the Hawks was gonna capitalize on
Chris
that.
Middleton said, "Hey, bro, I'm still here.
Don't forget about me."
Don't get it.
Hey,
I was an all-star a few years ago. You know
what
I mean?
So I got some questions then.
Let's talk.
Let's talk about these conferences. Like let's have some conference talks. First question is does the Bucks come out the East or does the Bucks repeat? Are the Bucks repeating again? Like do we see the Bucks repeating? Do they get hot later on? Like what's going on?
See, go ahead. You saying no. Talk to me.
No. Okay. So a lot of people say they wanted them to win. I mean, I never wanted them to win, but I just think they didn't really make any additional changes to win again. What everyone else is doing. Look at, the Knicks, the addition of Kemba, and I feel like the Knicks have more voice and they won't be knickers.
Miami Heat.
Man, and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is mad that he wasn't getting buckets because I was talking all the nonsense about his game last playoffs. Because you was just not dogging it. You was just being a fool.
That's real.
And he's a dog.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Chicago.
Tyler Hero is making a statement because he's sick of being left out of a conversation.
That's a big fact. Ty, and shout out to Kentucky, man. That's my college team. So my man Ty is a serious. He's serious. I think the Bulls are coming up too. They get the chemistry right. You know what I mean?
There's only one college team, guys.
Watch out, bro. Chill out.
Hey, shout out to that boy Devin Vassell for Spurs, bro.
Because I definitely love DeMar with the Bulls.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
He's playing happy basketball, so that's dangerous. That's dangerous to me.
Yeah, for sure. You got somebody who's a jump shot killer. And he's ready to play ball. I love it. So I love
what Paul George is doing.
He used to be one of my favorite players.
Mine too. Before the injury.
Yeah,
when he was out with the Pacers, and
he put on that white and blue, and I was like, I'm straight,
bro. I'm sorry.
I don't support nobody.
I know we don't like talking about them, but Charlotte, bro, come on, man. Charlotte's looking good to me.
You see the silence that came over the room?
Yes, go ahead.
So you think they're gonna win? We're talking about someone winning a championship. They're not gonna win.
They're a solid team.
They're gonna compete.
That'll probably be in the playoffs this year.
They'll be in the play-in tournament. That's what they'll be in.
I'll give you. Look at see, know what she's talking about.
Look, I'm a ball fan. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Man.
I hate when he's coming. He's coming to. I think on the 20th they'll be here, so I'm trying to go to that game. Yeah, just to be able to see. But I haven't seen ball up close, so I would love to see it.
Me too.
Yeah, man. So we'll make it happen.
I'm about to slide. I'm about to slide up there with you, bro.
Come on, bro. Come through. But this is the thing. If we're talking about the Eastern Conference, I think like C mentioned, Chicago, Miami, the Bulls, Hawks, and Heat rep to the Heat still without Oladipo. That's a true statement. I forgot Oladipo is injured, and he's still with Miami. So they're going to be solid, and it's all chemistry. It's all chemistry. So you talk about the Hawks, you talk about the Heat, you talk about the Bucks, you talk about the Nets. Let's be real here. Kevin Durant is a toe away from sending the Milwaukee Bucks home. That big old size 18 shoe he had on, and his little toe on the line.
And he knew it.
He knew it as soon as he shot it.
Knew it.
Man, look. I looked down. He's like, man, I think I stepped on it. But this is the thing. We know what the Nets are going to do, but do they find the right chemistry? They were battling with the Pistons last night. So, you see what this team looks like without Kyrie. Whenever that happens, Kyrie's still not playing and still not going to get vaccinated.
Should we stand by Kyrie in this matter, or should we just be like?
My thing is, I don't care what you do. Just stick to one point, and that is it. The jumping around and the reasons, that's what I don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
Stick to your one reason, and that's that.
Yeah, shout out to Venora, man. So Venora says he's like complete eye roll. So I don't know.
A big fact.
You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, I understand that, but I don't know. I want to stand with him because I do like Kyrie as a player. Yeah. He is one of those players. Actually, he's my best friend's favorite player, but he doesn't want to admit it. Shout out to Grant Hutchins. And you know what I mean? It's just like I want him to be on the court. I just want you to be there. I mean, it goes the same about Aaron Rodgers.
I want him to be.
That's a whole other story too. But
he pissed me off.
Look, we'll talk about it on Huddle Up. We'll have to talk about that on Huddle Up. But we got to stick strictly basketball here.
It's not funny, Miles.
He pissed me off.
I had to
my
fantasy
team. Oh, bro.
Look. If I'm okay, I'll be honest, and it may be an unpopular opinion.
All right.
But if I'm talking about Kyrie Irving, bro, it's your job, man. This is how you make millions because think about this. He's holding out. I'm doing my research and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Your whole team is vaccinated. Whole team got the shot, did whatever. Now, are there advantages and disadvantages? Obviously. Like when me and my wife got it, I didn't have any symptoms after getting the first and second shot. She was uber tired after she got it. She came home and she went to sleep.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, that's really all I had. I just had pain where they gave me the shot.
Yeah, my arm just
but
hurt,
for me, you're getting paid millions of dollars to do something that you love and that you put work in, put the hours. It's your job, bro. If my job told me I had to get vaccinated, I'm not gonna just up and quit. I'm gonna weigh the pros and cons and say, okay, well, can I find somewhere else to work? Does this what I'm making here? I've put work in. I've put 4 years into this job. He's put his whole life into this. And you're not playing because you don't want to get a shot. I agree with it, and I respect his decision. I respect it.
First, It was he don't want to put toxins in his body because of Dr. I don't want to say his name wrong, so I don't ever mess up his
Fauci?
Name. The one from Africa. It was about him. Then it was about Dr. I don't want to mess up his name. Thank you.
Simi,
yeah. Then it was all for the little people. Now it's I need to do research. My thing is, bro, either you get it or you don't, but stick to one reason why you don't want it.
Yeah, that's a big fact. I feel like at the end of the day,
now you're just jumping and trying to make a reason to why you don't want it. So you don't
But this is who Kyrie's been since LeBron. Now, mind you, because this wasn't Kyrie before LeBron or during LeBron. He left and went to Boston, and then the earth is flat. I gotta do research. I gotta do this. He seems to be a problem wherever he goes. I think your boy.
He missed LeBron.
Hollywood Hills. It's them Hollywood Hill kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? They smoke something different out there, bro.
What if he just misses LeBron and doesn't know how to
he
come
don't
out
miss
and say
LeBron.
it?
Don't say that. He don't miss
Hey,
LeBron.
listen.
He don't miss LeBron. Get out of here with that.
It could have been something. But think about it. I left. I went to Boston. Didn't see success there. Had 2 young killers. Didn't see success there. All right, I'm gonna go to the Nets. I haven't seen success there. At the end of the day, he hasn't even had a full season in years. He's in the most important games. He's injured. Like this is kind of his thing.
You are right. He has not had a.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So the last season was before his nose thing that he had surgery on.
You remember when Boston took when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown took LeBron in Game 7?
Mm-hmm.
There was no Kyrie in that series. They played better without him on the court. So the problem is that Kyrie Irving is a shooting guard trapped in a point guard's body with handles out the wazoo. Like when James Harden was like, "Look, I'm gonna be," or Kyrie was like, "You need to be a point guard." That was perfect for him. He's a scorer. He's a 6'3" Kobe Bryant with better handles. Like this to me is like aside from the back down game, his post game is not Kobe's. But the dude's a monster though.
Oh yeah,
but he's a monster. Let's not get it twisted. But when you're talking about Kyrie needs to be on the court. He needs to stand with his team and stand with his job and do what needs to be. Like if you're doing research or standing with the little people, I don't want to put toxins in my body.
Okay, so
you have enough
easy
time.
For us to say. That's easy for us to say. Stand with your job.
But how long has it been? How long has it been, Westside? It's been months.
It's been months. But like,
what are you doing? You still doing research?
It's just for me. It's just for me. Like I would want to have that same grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, look, I'm trying to do research on something. Like
when you're in school, how long do you have to do a research paper?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I
had a whole 4 years. I had a whole 4 years. I was doing a research paper, and still he turned that thing in.
Man, look, I'm just not. I'm cool with it, but I'm at the same time like, bro, I respect your decision, but get on the court, bro. Your team needs you. Your job needs you, and now you're.
But real talk, do you think he's actually doing research right now?
No, that's where I have the problem.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, right now, he's like nose deep in the book like this.
No.
I know he's not.
If I was there and I was him, this is where I'm coming up with. Here's my binder of what I have. This is the reasoning, and this is what I'm afraid of. Yeah. Come with your evidence. Maybe they'll let you play if you come with your research and why you don't want to put this in your body.
But look, you forget because they replaced the mayor out there. So there was a new mayor. He got replaced. And they were waiting to see if he was going to lift the mandate. He just found out 2 days ago he's not doing it. New mayor, he's keeping the same mandate. So Kyrie still can't play. So
it is a weird mandate to me for like just personally. I think it's a weird mandate because I got a lot of people down here that they're fighting for a mandate in Florida, but our mayor, and our dog
in Florida,
our governor, our governor, like
in the middle of COVID, y'all was partying.
Bro, straight up, we real ghouls out here. We the most immune people here.
Listen, I got vaccinated when it was still in trial. I was a guinea pig. I got mine in December of last year.
You got yours in December?
Yes, I worked at a hospital with the doctors on the thing.
I get mine. I got
so
Johnson.
Before I took
Johnson
it
in
was
March.
This nice black doctor. I had to ask my questions. Keep it 100 with me. Don't even try to lie.
It was a nice black doctor, a nice black guy.
He told me the pros and the cons.
Yeah,
and I took my decision.
You got the Johnson & Johnson.
I got the Johnson.
No, that's what he was talking about. I'm glad you got
March. I got the Johnson.
I'm glad you got that vaccine made by the shampoo people. That's good.
Hey,
that's crazy.
I got it though.
Hey, you make lotions and shampoo. You get that vaccine though.
You know what I'm saying,
bro? I heard Johnson. I said, what they doing? Why they make medicine?
It was the only thing.
Vaccines out here.
So it was the only thing available for us at the time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, let me go ahead and get this, man.
I think we did. We did Pfizer.
Y'all did Pfizer because y'all did the 2 shots.
Yeah, we did the 2 shots.
Yeah, I wanted to hit that.
You was like, I want the 1. Give it to me now. Hey, you make shampoo, make my body smell, make my baby smell good.
I'm already pale. After the second shot, it was probably the color of my shirt. I was sick.
Yeah.
I was sick, but like I just
you've seen that.
I'm anemic. I have other, like, you never know what you have. If you don't get sick or if it's locked in and that shot opens it up, you never know.
So I knew I was pistachios.
Who, me? Yeah. What? But I have a very low. I take iron pills and it's still low.
Bro, you gotta get that. Yeah, you gotta have a pistachio diet.
I carry a cup of ice all day long. My
sister, she's anemic, so she chomped on pistachios.
I have them in my drawer.
All right, so tell me this. Westside.
What's up?
Right, we've got to the point with Kyrie. I say he should be on the court. Mm-hmm. But what are we doing about the Knicks, right? Because you have the Nets, who obviously have Kevin and James, and they are. I mean, I watched the Detroit game last night. To the end, they weren't really doing much,
right,
in terms of like being better than them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, like the Knicks have a chance, just like their playoff team, but just like the Hawks and the Bucks and the Nets and the Knicks and the Bulls. Like the Eastern Conference looks very good this year.
It looks very 90.
Yeah, and I'm very like, okay, I like that. Obviously, I'm always gonna be worried about the West Coast as a Laker fan. Mm-hmm. But what's coming out of the East, right? As the Hawks they have 41 home games. That's how everything is set up, 82, 41, and 41. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna try to go to like at least 15 or 20 of them. That's just me because I want to see it. I want to see the Bulls. I want to see the Hornets. I want to see the Knicks. I want to see them come to town. And see
what I want to see from you this year? Like this year, what I want to see from you is the notes, because I know like so. See, you wasn't here with us when we first started, because this is your first episode. Shout out to C. I'm so glad you're here.
Shout out to Hard in the Paint.
Hard in the Paint. When we were at Hard in the Paint, this man had a freaking he'll put his notes out and he'll do this little hand thing, and then like he'll haze me and Jay Stevens.
You gotta get the notes, the notebook, my stickies be everywhere.
But now that he's trying to get to a game, like 20 something games, I want to see what the note game gonna be like, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
It's definitely gonna be
crazy.
Even worse now, not worse, but even more information now that he's live.
Right, and then you got some Boston tickets, so shoot,
Yeah. I'll be
looking like Stephen A. When first take, like I'm looking at the stats now, and it looks. I just don't. This is crazy.
I don't see it. I don't see it. No,
but
to answer your question, man. Look, man. With all that going on, I think I don't think this is going to be the year that we actually come out the East. Like, we become like the Eastern Conference champion.
Are you guys second round? Are you a second round playoff team?
We're second round. I give a second round this year.
Okay.
I give a second round because I think what's going to happen, we're going to lose some important games during the season to where it knocks us down, and then all of a sudden, we got to get into that. I say we'll get to that 6th seed or whatever. Which
now is that the Knick fan in you talking, or have you seen the last 9 games?
That's the Knick fan that we talking about.
Yes,
Just wanted to make sure to the people.
He hasn't been watching.
He is a scarred Knick fan.
I am a scarred.
Makes perfect sense. When we went through those was it 7 years? 2013, 12, 18. Yeah, it was 6 years. Oh, no playoffs as a Laker fan. We were used to bro. When I tell you, even when we got LeBron and we didn't make the playoffs that first year, I was like, bro, I'm not used to this. I don't know what this feels like. Not being in the playoffs.
Imagine
consistently.
Me. LeBron wasn't in the playoffs.
This is a fact. You were like, what's the point of watching? I don't understand. Is it still the King's not here?
Right. I still have to watch this.
JT, why are you talking trash, JT? Like, why
first round exit.
Why don't
you have a killer on that team?
Why don't you just come on, bro?
Kimba's he's not a killer.
He's not.
Derrick Rose can play that role off and on, but he's not consistent with it. Julius Randle has to be that killer. If you guys are going to go as far as Julius Randle takes y'all, because I believe that I think Julius is the most important. I mean, I don't think he's the best. I think that kind of goes to Kimba, but I would say that Julius is the most important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like Steph and KD when they were on the Warriors. KD was the best player, but Steph was the most important player. Does that make sense? I think you guys can be solid. So let's move over to the Western Conference. I mean, Utah, they've been who they've been the past couple of years.
I
Solid
love
squad.
Mitch.
Donovan is a monster. Rudy's crazy. You got Utah.
He's seeing numbers like Dennis Rodman right now.
Dog, he's playing his role
He's
to
on my
perfection.
basketball team.
Oh yeah, and shout out to OTS, man. We got a fantasy basketball team, fantasy basketball league that we're in, where it is MTMV versus OTS. So shout out to y'all there. We're gonna get you here on the show here soon. We can talk this thing out.
Yeah, we can talk about
this fantasy
the
league, my boy. Yes. Oh yeah, talk about that players only meeting they having after 7 games into the season.
Right.
But you already know Derek has some well thought out response about why Boston is where they are, and we're going to be perfectly. Have you seen?
I touched on that earlier.
Have you seen Marcus Smart?
But like Marcus Smart got on them before he got to the camera. That's what I like. That's the biggest thing. You want to dog me out, yo, whatever. Do what you got to do. Yeah. Do it to me before you get to that mic.
Marcus Smart, he's a real one. He's a real one. I've always respected his hustle in this game. He's been solid. He's been solid for that team for many years now. Many years now.
If you're many moons.
Yeah, many moons.
I feel like when he doesn't have that gritty fight in him, they lose.
That's a big fact. I think he's the heart of the team. He's the Draymond Green of the team. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about the Western Conference, we're talking about Utah, we're talking about Golden State, we're talking about both LA teams, Phoenix, like that. I mean, even Dallas is like Luka is an absolute monster. I don't know what they do this season, but they'll go as far as Luka will take them. But there's a very good teams in the Western Conference that I'm not in a place or vein to be like Lakers coming out. I ain't even worried about it. I'm still waiting for Russ, Bron, and AD.
It was in the playoff tournament last year.
This is a big fact. Now we'll talk about the injury and everything, but at the same time, we were in 7th place. We play in tournament. We won't be there this year, I guarantee it. But at the same time, is it solid us coming into the playoffs, right? I mean, it is solid coming into the playoffs. Is it solid us coming out of the Western Conference? I can't say that with confidence right now. I think the Clippers look good. I believe that the Kawhi will probably come back in probably close to the end of the season, be able to play into the playoffs, which he is a solid player. Respect his game. But you're talking about Phoenix, who still got it. Chris Paul still leading that squad. But at the same time, I think on both sides, like the Bucks get to the Eastern Conference Finals and the Finals. KD, who's probably given 140% on the court. No James Harden, half of James Harden, no Kyrie. You talk about the Atlanta Hawks, who had a banged up Trae Young. I think other than that, even on the Western Conference for Phoenix, LA, no Bron, right? You're trying to play that, and he's injured. You play the Clippers. Yeah, you play the Clippers, no Kawhi. Who did they play in the Western Conference? I forgot who they played in the Western Conference Finals. But that team wasn't fully healthy either. So the playoffs are one of these things, man, where you got to have a lot of talent, a lot of skill, a killer on the team who leads that team, and some luck. But you got to have health. You got to have health. So I think Russ, AD, Bron, and Melo get it together and lead that team and find the right chemistry, and we can play. I think Frank Vogel is still playing with a couple of lineups and how I want to finish games, how I want to start games.
He needs to go.
Some of his rotations to me are, a little
Russ
different.
Needs to go.
You said Vogel?
Russ.
Oh, Russ needs to go. Well, I can't. I hear you.
I say give him a shot, man.
At the same time,
I would have to. I didn't even want him to go there in the beginning. I wanted Buddy.
You wanted Buddy Hield instead of Russ?
Yes.
Buddy Hield was a better fit, but we needed a solid point guard.
I understand that. How solid is it having 15 turnovers in 3 games? That is not solid.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
It's not solid.
But the upside of that, he'll give you a 30 on the night LeBron ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
But they lose.
We needed that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll give
lose.
you 30. He'll give you 30.
Okay, so what? But they're losing.
What about the two?
They'll give you
big
30
leads we giving up to the same team? OKC beat us last week. We were up 26 points. They beat us a couple nights ago. We were up 19 points. Because Bron is not in the game. I'm like, bro, Russ,
but even when he is in the game, they still blow their lead. Even when LeBron is in the game, they still blow their lead.
I give it to you. I give it to you. But I'm just at the same time, like at this point in this moment, Russ has got to figure it out, right? And got to figure out his role on that team because he is so used to being number one and making all
But he's
decisions.
not exactly. He's not. So
He's
you
not.
knew that
So
coming
he has to
in.
figure that out. Yeah.
You knew that coming in.
He has to figure it out. Yes.
All right.
He's gonna figure it out. See, he will. I promise.
So
We're gonna be rooting wearing Lakers jerseys.
I loved
together.
when he was on OKC. That's when I loved.
Oh, he was a monster.
That's when I loved.
Now he's been good at every stop he's been in, right?
Yes, he has.
Left there in Houston and in
Y'all are
Washington.
going to sit here and talk about the Lakers all day. We're not going to do this.
It's just Russ. We're talking about Russ.
Yeah, but it's still the Lakers.
It's Russ.
Somehow,
You know who I like?
You would take
And
him.
who's a killer to me that has
Heck,
all
y'all
the
take
luck?
it. I seen him in
Ja.
the hookup.
You heard? Talking about killers, I like Ja because he has a lot of luck and he's a dog.
Ja's a
Yo,
dog.
speaking of, give me our top 5 killers of all time in basketball. Top 5 killers
Of all time,
of all time.
I think number one, you got to go MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He competes to this day. He's not even in the NBA no more. You know what I mean? Like
He did good this year with his organization.
big facts. I'll go MJ, Kobe, Shaq. You know what? Shaq tailed off. He was a killer in LA.
Mhm.
He was a killer in Orlando and LA, and then he just kind of tapered off after he left the Lakers.
Right.
But he's still, most dominant ever. You got to give it to Shaq. So MJ, Kobe, Shaq. Oh man, just straight up killers.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I think about that, I want to think about an absolute dog and a killer, but I also want to equate it to wins as well. Does that make sense?
You don't necessarily have to be quick to wins because, like, all right, I'll give you my top 5. MJ, Kobe, give me Penny. I also like what's your boy Iverson, and then my new killer.
It can't be new in your top 5.
Can't be new.
Can't be new in your top 5.
Then I go Vince Carter
as a killer.
Because Vince Carter was a killer. I don't care what anybody say. Vince was a killer. Carter was a killer.
Top 5 though.
Top 5. My top 5.
It's your list.
This is my list.
It's crazy, but it's your list.
Cause remember, I had Robert Horry on my list for like greatest.
You did have Robert.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
absolutely crazy.
He has more rings than MJ.
Whatever, bro. Watch out.
Way more rings than MJ.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. See
I have
what you got.
MJ, Kobe, Iverson, Shaq, and Dennis Rodman.
Dennis was I'm not mad at that list. I think Iverson has to be top 5 when you take the team that he had. His next best player was Eric Snow, and you take him to the finals to play against Kobe, and you win game 1. You end up losing the series, obviously, but you came into Staples, stepped over Ty Lue, and said, "Hey, I'm here, dog. I'm here." So yeah, MJ, Kobe, Shaq, Iverson,
and I said Rodman.
And you had Rodman. Who would be my 5th though?
Because I was gonna put Pistol Pete in there. The reason why I was gonna put Pistol Pete because Pistol Pete was just consistent.
Maverick was I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at
Maverick,
that.
He was consistent.
I think if you talk about an absolute killer, it kind of goes without saying.
Bird.
11 rings. No, I'm talking about Bill Russell, my
So how you not know it? Everyone knows that.
Bird. Bird was a killer. The one thing I loved about Bird is that he was MJ without the aggression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to competitiveness and trash talking, I remember that story about him, that famous story where he walked in a 3-point contest and he walks into the locker room. He was like, "All right, who's coming in second?" And he was like, "Bro, wait, hold on, Mr. Finesse, calm down." Like Mike would have walked in with a straight face on, like, "Don't talk to me. I'm gonna beat everybody." You're like, bruh. Yes, AI is definitely a killer. But yeah, I think you got to go with that. Kobe, I can't think of a 5 right now because there's so many in my head. But if I go Kobe, Mike, Shaq, AI, those are 4 that come straight to my head. I got to go like those are absolute killers.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute killers. But you had your time. Yeah, that makes sense. I like it. I like it.
So
I want to make sure we hop into this now. Everybody has seen this segment from the huddle up, right? This is where it originated. This is where it's at. I absolutely love it. I think people are loving it, and I also have fun with it when I can lead that segment. So we have had fun. We're gonna do cap or no cap, and I absolutely love it because it's one of those things where people just. I mean, I live for Vanora's big cap. It's just me. Nora, I love it. That's big cap, and she doesn't. But the best part is she doesn't explain it. She's like, "That's big cap,"
and just let.
And she'll walk off. She'll walk off.
Next person.
Like that.
Drop mic.
Walk off.
You don't need an explanation. It's just big cap. But if you had to do this, so we'll do cap or no cap, and we're gonna bring this to the full 94. Let me ask you, see, cap or no cap. We talked about it earlier, but Kyrie plays and leads the Nets to a championship. Cap or no cap?
Big cap.
So no, just straight up.
Kyrie is not going to change his mind no matter what anybody says.
Yeah.
Even when he thought the world was, what did he say, flat?
Yeah.
Or whatever. He was adamant about that. He's not changing it. Kyrie Irving is going to be Kyrie Irving no matter where he goes, what he does. He's going to be like, I get paid anyway.
This is true. This is very true.
He has all this endorsements. He's Uncle Drew. He's not going to get in and let alone bring them to a championship. He's not going to do it.
All right. Connie, cap or no cap? Kyrie comes back and leads the Nets to a championship.
You already know where I'm at.
Put the cap on.
I put the cap on.
Put the cap on.
Because I don't see him playing in more than 40 games.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. I'll start with you, Connie. Cap or no cap? Russ figures it out, averages a triple-double, and the Lakers win another championship. Cap or no cap? Tread lightly, my
So,
boy.
you know what I mean?
Put your hand down, man. Chill out.
The reason being because there's too many people, there's too many critics right now for him, man. And everybody everybody wants the ball in LeBron's hands, and you know what I'm saying? Anytime you're trying to, make ticket sales or anytime you're trying to win a game, you know what I'm saying? You want it to be a complete unit. And somehow, some way they're gonna have to figure out how to get Russ into a space where he can be as productive as he is, but at the same time, like kind of tone him down just a little bit. So
who else is going to tone him down besides one of the greatest players to ever play the game?
I mean, you got Melo's
who
there,
else?
Man. Melo's
who
there.
Who
man.
else? What
Melo's
other
there.
team or player or organization can be like, Russ, chill out? Bron is the only person that could be like,
Suns.
This is what,
and he don't take it offensively.
Suns. I mean,
there's no.
Wait, you know what? Never mind, because they already tried that project.
Chris Paul is there, and he is leading that team confidently. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the thing. So I think Russ will figure it out.
Yeah, so he's in the perfect spot. But
you said cap. All right, whatever.
I got cap though.
All right, see what's up.
Only reason why because you said champion.
Is there like a half cap?
Like I kind of believe it, but I kind of
right.
That's we call those a visor.
A visor. I'm vising it tonight.
Cap or no cap, I'm gonna do a visor, bro.
I'm
gonna put it around my forehead, but the top is out. You know what I mean?
Not the visor, the visor.
I'm going the visor today.
I love it
because I am Bron's, fan. I want him to work it out, and he's a great player. But it's.
I think he'll figure it out. I think he'll average close to a triple double. His points go down, assists stay up, and rebounds will be the one thing that'll go to like 8. I think if we can get him
that's
around,
what it is. It's the rebounds for me.
Give me a double.
Yeah, if I can get 18 to 20 out of Russ, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. I'm good. You've played your role perfectly. You know what I mean? But I think that's what it is. We'll do 2 more. Matter of fact, see, I'm gonna let you come up with one. I'm gonna let you come up with a cap or no cap. What you thinking over there?
LeBron hearts, LeBron.
Ben Simmons.
I love
Let's
LeBron.
Go.
Ben Simmons gets released from the Sixers and goes to a competitive team. A playoff contending team. Cap or no cap. I'm gonna start with you, Miles.
Man, I'm gonna have to go cap on it. I'm gonna go cap on it just because I believe that whatever team trades for him may not be a playoff contender, right? Because you're gonna have to have the right pieces, right? Because Philadelphia is requiring this like King's ransom, James Harden type stuff. I'm like, bro, you're not getting that. After what you guys have been through, it's not happening.
No, sir.
So I think whatever team he gets traded to is going to be an okay team that he can probably make a playoff contender, but I don't think they're going to be that. Or there may be, I think he'll be a team that's kind of like on the fringe, right? Like
a Grizzlies.
Like a Memphis, like a 7, 8, 9, 10 kind of team.
That would be an interesting.
You can take him up there.
Winning it.
Him and
Ja.
That would be interesting. I would watch that.
I would trade Jaren Jackson Jr. for that.
I would watch that.
That's all we got. Let's pitch it.
Yeah, facts. Right. What you got? Westside, cap or no cap, my boy?
Shoot. After that statement, I'm gonna go no cap.
Really?
After that statement, I'm gonna go no cap, bro. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm going no cap.
All right, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna mess with it. I'm gonna mess with it. Okay, so we'll go one more. And then we'll kind of bring this thing to a close. Cap or no cap? See, I'm gonna start with you because I just like hearing your up north accent.
From Rhode Island, Boston area.
From Rhode Island, you know.
I'm not from Boston.
I'm from Rhode
Island.
Rhode Island.
I am not Boston.
In the state of Massachusetts.
Call me from Boston one more time.
I'm from Providence.
There you go. Right, Providence, baby.
I like it. Okay,
I'm from Providence. I like the Family Guy. We lived in Quahog.
You silly. Great show, by the way. Oh man, cap or no cap? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, cap or no cap? Kawhi Leonard comes back the last 10 to 15 games of the season and leads that Clipper team to a championship.
No cap.
No cap. You think if he's back, the Clippers got it?
A thing about Kawhi is you never read him. You never really know what's going on with Kawhi.
That's a fact.
You really never know what's going on with Kawhi. So
that's a big fact.
You know, all his load management.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's just going to come back with all this energy and a little chip on his shoulders. Because I think people forget about a player that Kawhi is. Because he's one of the best two-way players the league's ever seen.
Not the voice getting in here with no cap. Come on, B.
You know, so I feel like it's possible.
I like it. All right. Connie. Cap or no cap? Kawhi comes back, last 10, 15 games, leads them to the championship.
I see my nephew in the background. Shout out to you, nephew.
I wish I could just lock a door. My office don't lock. So.
No,
it's still like the third time he's been here. This is just the first time y'all saw him. Oh, ridiculous! And the best part is, even at 2 years old, he knows how to sneak. He's like cracks the door open, and like slides in. Literally, the crazy thing is, my wife and my mother are right there in the kitchen and can be aware of seeing him, and nobody. No one stopped. That he is in the office right now.
Wow.
So it is what it is. Cap or no cap, man. Kawhi Leonard. What we doing?
I'm gonna go no cap too, man. Because here's the thing, man. Kawhi does this thing. He's hard to read, just like C said, hard to read. But he does this thing where he takes off one season, and he'll come back, play really hard, lose. But he takes off one season, and he comes back and then all of a sudden he's just that guy.
He did it twice.
He's Kawhi, and he's going to wind up giving you a championship because that's just what he does. Yeah, he's a championship player. He literally was an assassin for hire.
Yeah,
for Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Only to come back to the States and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is where I want to be in Cali.
For sure.
And no emotion.
No emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Happy? Was he mad? Who knows?
bro. Bro, I think he smiles when he gets around his wife, but that's about it.
That's a big
married.
fact. That's a big fact.
Yeah, he's married to
You see?
I'm not sure. You didn't even know if he was married or not.
Yeah, so when he gets around his wife, that's it. That's him around his wife. Other than that, like I don't
Yeah.
he's just one of those guys that's hard to read. You can't really find out what's going on with him. But I see him going to this championship game, winning a championship game, and doing something special.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. Like with Kawhi, like you just never know. Like you never know.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. I think I hate it, and I know he's been absolutely amazing. And I've always had that in the back of my mind. Like obviously, I hate the Clippers. Don't even want to talk about it. I don't care that Kawhi and Paul and PG went there because if PG I just want everybody to understand he's a 24-hour trade away from being a Laker.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest about this. He was coming. Kawhi. Mm-hmm. He was coming to the Lakers. And he said, if you can he made like 4 phone calls before. Like Jimmy, no. I forget the second person he called this, and they were like, all right, PG, what's up? And he made, because even the owner of the Clippers and Doc, when he was there, they were struggling with making the trade to get PG there. Right. But I remember Doc saying, like, hey, I just had to tell him that, like, if you make this trade, you're not only getting PG, you're getting Kawhi too, because he'll come and sign. So I think that team has always been in the back of my mind as a Lakers fan because they're right there and they're solid. But a fully healthy Kawhi, I mean, it's a scary sight. It's a scary sight and a scary team. Really? And, with Doc Rivers gone, because y'all know how I feel about Doc. You know what? He doesn't know how I feel about Doc Rivers.
I wonder if the way you're sounding, we probably feel the same.
We probably feel the exact same. I don't think he's a great coach.
He sticks to the same thing.
That's all I'm saying. And everybody's like, oh, that one championship in 2008 just makes him the greatest.
He had KG, Paul Pierce, who I cannot freaking stand. Like that. That's who you had.
Yeah. You had a very good chance. You had to kind of put your scheme on top of it. But let's be real.
Hey, guys, do this.
We remember those Clippers days? I remember them. You remember them? Because I remember them. You know what I mean? All right. Look. I think the Clippers are a solid team. Kawhi comes back, they have a very good chance of winning the championship. Lakers, Russ, and the family, they figure it out. They can win a championship. The Nets, they figure out James Harden, KD, that team, that duo there, and how to lead that team. They can come out of the Eastern Conference. But yes. I'm never gonna go against the Lakers winning the championship. It just doesn't make whatever. That's just me though. That's just me though. So. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
So this is the full 94. You know what I'm saying? I want him to do a slogan. I don't know if the slogan works for the full 94. Let's see if it does. Go ahead.
You think so?
Let's try it. Let's try it.
But it ends with hard in the paint. That's just that's.
It'd be like you want to run.
Yeah, I mean the full 94. I gotta extend.
You want to body him like Shaq, or for this? We're gonna body the dream.
So look, family. Look, we appreciate it. This is the Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports, where NBA news gets physical like the paint. Whether you want to body him like Shaq or finesse him like Hakeem the Dream, you're gonna get the hard truth. Appreciate y'all. Love it. See, I love the fact that you're tatted all the way up. That's what I'm talking about. Holla at your boy. Look, family, we appreciate y'all for coming out. Check us out. This will be consistent. We're going to lock down a day and a time, and we're going to make this thing happen. Come check us out. Don't forget about following MTMV Sports on every social media site. C, you want to tell them how to get in contact with you?
Sports Talk with C.
Yes, ma'am. Twitter,
Facebook, and Instagram. Follow your girl.
I love it. Westside, what's going on?
You know what to do. Send a bird.
Send a bird. Look, thank you, God. Look,
I tell y'all, that's my thing. I don't tell everybody my stuff. You just follow me when you follow me. But Connie Westside on YouTube.
Yeah.
Connie Westside on Instagram. Follow me, do all that just good stuff.
And everything digital, videography, whatever you need, holla at your boy Westside. He'll get you right. The services are great. The prices are great. make you look good. You need somebody on your team like Connie Westside. That is the man to talk to. Look, again, we appreciate y'all. MTMV Sports, the full 94. I am Miles Austin. That is Connie Westside. That is my girl C, all the way up from Rhode Island, North Side. I'm loving it. We appreciate y'all. Make sure to tune in. We are coming with more. We're going to be back with more. And this man's not going to stop, man. Y'all be safe. God bless. Peace and love.
Also, make sure when y'all click out of here, make sure y'all go check out Track Stars. They start at 12 o'clock. Bro, you don't want to miss the show.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Big Bros.
Shout out to the Big Bros. We are
be
out.
safe. Peace.